We're all going to be on there, aren't we? How am I going to pause it?
Do you want me to go off then?
No, stay where you are. You're right. You're okay.
This meeting is live on YouTube, but I can't see it on YouTube.
Hang on.
It's
Oh,
delayed.
there it is. Yes,
Where?
we're live. Quick, hit the mute button.
Is that on Drone Seekers International?
Yeah. About third or fourth one down.
I need to get my Zoom screen back. That's better. Right. Okay. Right. So.
That's it, and I've got chat on the side. Sorted.
Please put in the waiting room. Sorry, Jackie.
Still can't find mine.
In the waiting room. The mute button's on the bottom of the screen, Terry. Put in the waiting room. Right. Oh, hang on. There's a few technical difficulties here. We'll get there. Right. Good evening. Good evening, Harvey. Good evening, Richardson. Suppose a few more people coming, and we'll crack on. I'll get my screen in the right place to see. We've got about 2 in the room so far. Okay, right, okay. Well, I'm going to crack on. So for those latecomers, you're going to miss it. Right, welcome to the first Drone Seekers meeting for a long while. We'll say the show is live. Actually, there's a 20-second delay. And so whatever you sort of hear now is what we said 20 seconds ago. Thought it'd be a good time to start a live show because all around the world is locked down and we're unable to go out as much as we like. Well, there we are. Well, we can talk about anything tonight you like, any sort of latest technology in the drone world, and the other subjects you want to talk about, well, within reason. I decided to bring a live show back. I won't do it alone. We'll have some special guests. So we've got good knowledge of people with good knowledge of drones, good knowledge of photography, good knowledge of film editing and editing software, anything else we'll do with the hobby in general. Right, I've experienced a couple of technical issues, so if you do anything that's strange happen, just ignore it and just wait for the bang, all right? Okay, right. Let me introduce my guests on the show tonight. Right, okay, here's a clue for the first one. If we can get there.
Hi, I'm Jackie. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I record wacky goings on with drones, 360-degree cameras, GoPros, out and about exploring Spain with my friends, the Drone Seekers, the Happy Hikers, the Three Amigos, and my boyfriend Craig. Hope you'll stop by and watch some of my videos. Thanks for watching. Bye.
She is our very own. We can find her. She's here somewhere. Jackie Akers. There she is. Hi, Jackie. How you doing?
My boyfriend Craig. Hope you'll stop by and watch some of my videos. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Oh, you got your video on there. You're not very loud, Jack. You can't hear very well. Can you listen to my volume? Is it? She's here somewhere.
I'm here.
Jackie Akers. We've got some feedback somewhere, haven't we?
Not from me.
Hi, Jackie. How you doing?
Hope you'll stop by and watch some of my videos.
That's Terry's microphone. Oh, hang on. It's not me, is it? You got your video on there.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm
Yeah,
here.
I can hear it. I can hear about half a dozen conversations going on so far.
Right, I'm going to turn YouTube off because it's echoing.
Right, let's move on. Right, so our next guest, so we can get this one right, shall we? Give you a bit of a clue. There we are.
Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, today I've got a couple of drones with me. I have the Hubsan Zeno 2 and I have the DJI Mavic Mini. Now, we're going to do a little comparison test with these drones that you would think really don't have a lot in common. Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, today I have the Eachine EX4 and I've got a little bit of a confession for you. This is the third time I've been out to film this introductory video. Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, today I've got the Skydio 2. Now, interesting drone, obviously known for its autonomy, etc. So one of the things that I have never done with this drone is to fly it with just my phone. So I'm going to...
Welcome, Marcus Crawford. Wherever you, Marcus, I've lost you again. You're losing people to look. There you are. Come on, Marcus, where are you?
Come back, Marcus.
Marcus, you run away. Here he comes.
Here he comes.
There, Marcus.
Hey!
Always lost you there, Marcus.
Yeah, no, but I was quickly muting my other screen as we went live there. Thank you, Terry. That was a nice introduction. Or Steve, I meant to say.
Jackie done it. If he was good, it was me. If he was bad, it was Jackie.
Yeah.
Right, we've got one more guest. We've got no video for Terry, unfortunately. So all the way from Spain is Terry Hawes. Come on, Terry, where are you? Now we turn my mic off. Here he is.
Oh, here I am.
There we are. Right, so the four amigos tonight.
I just noticed, Marcus. I've got your beard. You've got my clean shaven.
I did definitely. You know, this is all about the COVID-19 thing. You know, they said that the beard would could actually hold it in, or then your mask wouldn't fit as well. So
shave it off, Terry.
This is because we've been on lockdown now for 5 weeks, Jackie.
42 days, I think.
42 days. I've been out once, I think, in 42 days.
Yeah, I've been out twice, and I borrowed a dog so I could record that intro.
Anyone see how many people were actually watching the moment? So I've got Harvey here. Jackie's here. Terry's here.
Yeah.
Marcus is here.
And Richie.
I'm Richie.
I'm Richie.
Richie, go off.
Richie came.
Harvey, Richie.
Nobody's
Harvey.
typing anything.
Harvey and
Somebody
Richie
typed something.
and Steve.
I feel like
Jackie.
I just feel like I need to type something in there to make me feel better.
You know, I was honestly hoping we'd see a few more from the U.S. here. I've been promoting it on some of the other live shows. So let's hope we get some more in.
Did you say it was on at 8 p.m.?
I think I got it right.
Richie's
I
there.
believe.
He's waving.
Oh, Richie's waving.
Wait.
Yeah. Hi,
Hi,
Richie.
Richie.
We know it's working now. Thanks, Richie.
Yeah.
I'm going to start a subject off. What do people think of Cine Whoop?
What the hell's Cine Whoop?
Like the bumblebee.
What's that?
Well, it's a
The
slow.
transformer.
It's more for video and for aerobatics and stuff as a precursor to a racing drone.
Oh, right.
And
It's a drone.
yeah, it's a drone, but the all of the props are shielded in, and you can fly in trees and things. Like some of the places we go to, Jackie, you know, the bridge with four eyes bridge.
Yeah, yeah.
To be able to go through that with a city whoop.
Oh, that'd be good.
Slow drone, but the flight time's only about 5 or 6 minutes.
Yeah, but if you're whizzing around fast, that'll be enough probably, won't it?
Yeah, but the idea, I thought, rather than going around fast, was be able to go through wooded areas like we did when you were up here in Narecaral, to be able to go through trees without the problem. I like going in the caves.
Yeah.
Without the problem of overhead restriction.
Worrying about the props.
And worrying about the props. So I'm researching that at the moment, and
Are you going to get one?
I'm very, 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 very close to getting one. Yes.
Have you got one, Marcus?
No, but I'm telling you, those FPV
You
drones.
found a drone Marcus hasn't got.
Yeah, they're hard to fly.
Hi, Chris.
It's not a GPS drone.
No, that's right.
Yeah, they're well. You remember when Steve Dunnett tried to do his little whoop inside his house? Remember that he struggled with that? It's not easy. Not easy. at all.
We were out with
Talking
Steve.
about that.
We took the lights out, that's it.
Blown up, and he lost it, didn't he?
Oh.
Yeah.
That's exact. It's the same kind of drone as that. Yeah.
They're too
Yeah.
fast.
I
Stick
think-
with this, what they call it, the drunken turtles, isn't it? They fly
the
about
drunken
30 miles an hour.
No, I'm not looking towards doing the fast, high-speed drone stuff, or with FPV certainly. But I want to get into places that you can't do with the DJI.
Hmm.
You know,
I have an
because-
answer for you, Terry.
Skydio.
The Skydio.
Skydio.
Oh, it's mine.
Skydio.
Yeah.
It's just stunning. It has unbelievable obstacle avoidance, and yeah, you can literally fly it just about anywhere, and it does quite well, and it's still
Only
GPS easy
one-
to fly.
Problem, it's not available in Europe yet.
Only available in the US and Canada.
But why,
Unfortunately.
Jackie, the question for you, why can't you buy it from the States and have it shipped over to Europe?
People
Oh.
do that. Here's the other problem though, is that there's limited availability. There's so many orders out there for it right now. I got in really early and was able to get one, but they're back ordered for months and months now.
It might be worth looking at, but certainly I'm still going to be looking towards the Bumblebee, which is the one that I'm looking at the moment. It's reasonably priced. The only thing is you need your controller and FPV.
Right.
Yeah.
Which obviously then puts the price. I think in the end it's going to cost me about £800 or £900, 900 euros. But we'll see.
Chris, Pixie's channel, has anyone got the Fermi Palm yet?
Oh, what?
I have one ordered.
What is it, Marcus?
It
Enlighten me.
is just like the Osmo Pocket, like Sean has, the little Osmo Pocket camera. It's Femi's version of that. It's a little camera on a mechanical gimbal.
Uh-huh.
So is there anything special about the thing? Where it's, is it much better than the Osmo
It's
Pocket? or-
cheaper. It's $200 instead of 400.
Oh,
and
okay.
it's a wider field of view.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, the one thing I've always found about the Osmo Pocket is the fact that there's no zoom on it.
Is there not? Hi, John.
This Femi has zoom. It has
Yeah.
digital zoom, which of course is just cropping.
That's good.
Which is why Captain didn't give up FPV and 4K camera built in.
Hey Terry, I'm really intrigued by that Bumblebee. That's going to be interesting. I would
John, not
suggest
branding him.
you talk to Dunnett a little bit because he had some experience with those and probably could get you a few steps ahead quickly, you know.
I've been researching it on YouTube and various other places and watched as many videos as I could so we get a grip with it. And I'm still, getting beyond a hankering now. PayPal account is being opened.
Understood. I feel you.
So
it's this lockdown. I got 4 parcels that I'm waiting for at the moment. I've just bought the new Nikon camera. I don't know if you see it, the Z5.
Very nice.
Wow.
It is absolutely superb.
It's never going to go on a drone, though. Never.
Well, that's what they said about my GoPro.
So anyway, changing the subject, who is going to be rushing out to buy the new Mavic Air 2?
No.
Well, it's allegedly it's the big launch. Is it either tomorrow or Tuesday? I understand.
It is tomorrow night. The introduction is tomorrow night at 9:30. There is some news on that, though. If you are, there's a rumor, not confirmed, that if you're a DJI Select member, that it will be available to you before then, which would, give you a little jump on getting one ordered, I suppose.
Are you a DJI Select member? Of course.
What do you think, Jackie? Of course.
He half owns DJI. He just doesn't own the Hasselblad part of it.
I want to be special.
Oh, you are.
Got to read
Some comments on the side here. There's a nice little bit of bickering going on here. I'm not sure someone's having a go at someone on there.
Pixies.
Someone to bog off.
Bog off Mr. P.
Yes.
Pixie. Chris.
That's Chris.
Well, surely
Got
he'll
it.
come on any time in the future.
Chris stops upsetting people.
Oh, he's busy with his expat
He's
channel.
got another channel now, isn't he? With that.
Yeah, Sean's too big. He's sort of, he's up here now.
Something to
He's
do with
still got his
aerial.
drones, though, and he still flies them.
Yeah, he's still got his drones. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he'll ever lose that.
Fish and chips.
So, Marcus, just a quick question for you. How long have you actually been flying drones for?
So, gosh, I probably started seriously flying drones in 2016, like most people before that. But it was just toy stuff. And, I was the typical dude thinking, oh, man, if it's a bigger drone, it's better, So I bought one of those big little toy drones and, oh, my God, you could barely keep the thing in the air, right? I mean, no GPS, nothing, and it was all over the place, and I crashed it way more than I ever flew it. But the Phantom 3 is what got me seriously into drones, and that's, of course, how I got to know Sean Matthews, obviously watching his videos. That's really, Sean taught me how to fly, watching his early Phantom 3 videos.
Well, the strange thing with me, I think it was more a case of, I for a long while, I've seen the DJI Phantom 3, which become a little bit more affordable. And I thought, right, I'm going to go for this. And I bought one, flew it a few times. And this is the strange thing about it. I was actually looking at YouTube videos on... That's Buster. And I found a video on Campusol in Spain. And weirdly enough, it was Sean doing these little vlogs about Campusol. It was about the time that there was first all about the elections for Brexit in the UK. And they were sort of talking about it. And it was obviously Sean's Sunday show where he was talking about drones. I thought, how weird is that? Because we were talking about drones in Campusol. Of course, then I started coming to Campusol and met Sean. And then that's what that was like. The start of going out when they were two, was it the two Phantoms?
Yeah, in the beginning they were, weren't they?
Sean, yeah, and that's how it was starting for me, I suppose. Really, I mean, I was sort of, then I realised that Carter, a Phantom, backwards and forwards from Spain or the UK to Spain and back. It was a pain in the backside. So just bought a Mavic. Ended up starting with a case sort of like a foot by 6 inches and ended up with a suitcase.
Well, I started off with the Phantom 3,
Yeah.
which I loved. Absolutely loved it.
Mm.
They went on to the Platinum Pro, which I had problems with. Amazon took it back, and I ended up with the Zoom. Which
So have you still got your Phantom?
no, I sold that
Ah,
when I sort of upgraded to the Mavic.
yeah.
But I just love the Platinum Pro 2 or 2 Zoom.
So what about Jackie? Then what's Jackie still around? Have you been flying drones in
Well, in 2016, I hadn't even heard of a drone.
It was still
Well,
William
young,
and
she's
Golf
far
Club.
too young.
Craig got me the DJI Spark for Christmas 2017. And then I flew that until I drowned it just in January this year.
Which I filmed.
Yeah, caught on camera by Terry. Whee!
I did.
That was wild.
And then I upgraded to the Mavic Pro Platinum, which I love.
Mm.
Hello, Michael. Howdy. Hello, Michael. Right.
Michael Wright.
Bill from
Michael
the
Wright
great state
is,
of Texas.
Got
Yep,
someone-
he's a good guy. I met him at Spin Up in Texas this year. Spin Up is a drone conference. Met Michael Wright there, and he comes on Xeno Nation quite often. He's in the chat on Xeno Nation and Rotor Talk Live. Good guy, and let me tell you about Michael Wright. He is as addicted as we are. He's got more drones than-
Well, perhaps we'll get him on the show one week. How about
Hi,
that?
Michael.
Big shout out to Michael.
Yeah.
Hi, Michael.
If you're up for it, Michael,
What?
another space here. I'm sure we can find a space on the screen somewhere for you.
You can have hundreds of people, can't you, on this?
I think it's actually 100, yeah, but I could just imagine the screen full of like these little tiny icons and so you'd be staring sort of.
Yeah, it'll be the size of postage.
The dance club that I belong to, they do Zoom. They're doing lessons by Zoom at the moment, and they have about 60 people on, and it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I think the quality of Zoom, as opposed to other platforms, I haven't tried all of them, but I've tried FaceTime and Messenger, and I just find with Zoom, it just does everything that I want it to do, and that's it. You know, you can do this, you can do just general chat. So you know, I don't sort of, I'm not promoting the product to anyone. I'm just saying sort of that it works, but that's it.
No, it's ideal.
Yeah. Who else we got? I mean, I can't. Unfortunately, I can't see how many people are actually watching us because
We've
there's
got 8.
there's 8.
Eight.
Where are you all? We didn't send it. Oh damn! I forgot to post the invites.
Yeah, perhaps they're not on Zoom.
They don't need to be on Zoom.
They just need to be on.
It's just a YouTube. They're all watching. They're all watching on YouTube.
I
It's
see,
just
yeah.
that we are actually using Zoom as a platform to go live on YouTube. So
All I've got on YouTube is Marcus.
what's that?
Well, that's scary, Terry. That's got to be startling.
It is.
Can you only see one person then?
You see that?
All I've got is the tail end of the film. I'll just go back on the.
I had
think
to put it on my
All right,
screen.
now I'll get back into the live now.
Feeding back.
There we are. No, it's all right. I'm live now.
I was going to say, Terry, if you want to, you can actually go up to the top there. When you're in Zoom, you can go up to the top to the gallery. And if you click on it, you'll have full 4 screens there. Then.
Yeah, I've got that now.
Okay.
That was me being lazy.
Well, looking at the Facebook group Drone Seekers, I mean, we've now got about 956 members. I mean, I don't know how many of them are active, so I mean, it has gone up quite a bit in the last
Yeah.
three
we're
months.
on.
So I think it's because of the lock-in. I think everyone's bored. What's to do? Let's join a group. Which we don't mind. So the more the merrier, as far as we're concerned. And we've got the Anglian Drone Seekers. Anglian
Seen
Drone
that Spanish guy. That Spanish guy, Jose Antonio Potero from Huelva, and he does absolutely fantastic travelogue.
He does
video.
lovely videos.
They are, oh, they are wonderful. He did one of a village this morning, and it's just superb. You know, you aspire to be as good as he is, I think. Well, I do, certainly. When I look at what he's doing and the way he's editing and the music, it's just fabulous.
John, sorry if I get it wrong, John. It's John Brantingham. It says, hi, Steve, I'm interested in the Evo 2 Pro. What would you say is the best place to buy one in the US or China? I live in the UK. The Evo, that's a very Americanized, it's from American markets, am I right in saying that?
Yeah, so that is the Autel Evo 2, and there's a couple of versions of it. One of them, the standard version, is an 8K camera, believe it or not. And
Wow.
then the Pro version of it has a 1-inch sensor, and it's a 6K camera, but 6K resolution, but it's actually a better camera. Now, what I would say is I didn't know that they weren't available in the UK, but if you do want to buy one, I would look at like B&H Photo, and I'm sure they would ship one to the UK. I can't imagine they wouldn't, and I believe they are available now.
I mean, I've known people actually buy the Evo, not that one, but I mean, the first Evo, I think Gary Lee, if I remember rightly, had one. I think
That's right, he did, didn't
or
he?
he sort of
Yeah.
lost, he just decided he'd had enough of it, and drone flying, he didn't want to do it anymore because he's all the, you know, the legal wrangles, should I say. And I think he decided that, well, let's give it a miss. But and I mean, he loved it. He loved the was it Auto Evo?
Yeah, it's
Right.
not a cheap drone. You know, if you buy that Pro, I'm thinking you're looking at $1,700-$1,800 US.
Wow.
So yeah, it's definitely up there. It's just recently out, and people are just starting to review it. Honestly, a camera of that magnitude is above my pay grade. I mean, it just would go right over my head. So
I mean, it must be. I mean, I know. I mean, I didn't think they would. Yeah, I didn't think they were that expensive. I mean, but the ordinary Evo. I mean, when that came out, I mean, that was only that was like £300 or £400 or dollars or.
no, so you could buy the Evo now, the original Evo, for probably
Like
800 or 900 US.
It's Kim.
Anyone see the video that Kim's son did?
Yeah, Elliot's video.
Yeah, very, very good, very, very, very poignant, very you know, well, in keeping with the times, shall we say?
I didn't see that one. I saw Whaley Bird's one this morning.
I didn't realise it because I wonder where he disappeared to. He's actually changed his name.
Who?
Yeah,
He's gone back to his name. Is it Joey?
John Doe or something now.
Yeah. He's had to change. Well, he said he had to change his name. I'm not sure why he had to change it, but
Facebook booted him off because they thought Whaley Bird wasn't a real name.
oh, really?
That's right. Yes, and he had to change his name, didn't he?
Yeah. Now he's John Doe.
Holy cow.
That was a real name.
Yeah, that's the point. If it's John Doe, yeah, I've heard that name somewhere before. I'm not sure.
He does some good stuff as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, it does.
Mm.
So, John, yeah, so there we are. I hope your questions answered on the Evo 2 Pro. I hope you've got plenty of money. You obviously have. All right. So I've got a list of actually groups here that, as I say, we've got the Anglian Drone Seekers, Yorkshire Drone Seekers, Borders Drone Seekers, Irish Drone Seekers, the Philippines Drone Seekers. I think it's Drone Seekers Southern California chapter, if I remember rightly. I'm not sure there's any more I've actually missed out there.
I kind of expected some of those California drone seekers on the show here, but
Yeah.
nothing
I'm
yet.
not sure what else. I mean, you must have at least 5 people in there now, I'm guessing. I don't know.
Bernie Steidler and Joe Azevedo, they're that Southern California.
Yeah, they said that. Yeah, they said they wouldn't miss it. So we'd be here and be. I've only got the timing wrong.
Could be.
Kim, do you think the Mavic Air 2 will be?
Marcus is going to buy the.
Oh yeah, Kim was talking about. But Marcus is going to buy it. Yeah, Marcus is going to buy it, review it, tell us how good it is or
And
bad
it's
it is.
cheap.
Well,
Skydio.
let me tell you. So you're gonna get me on a roll here. So it depends on what they reveal on it. But what we know so far looks really good, and it's supposed to be 700 and rumored to be $799 US. It'll have OcuSync 2, which is a tremendous transmission system, obviously same as the Mavic 2. And then it's going to have a 4K camera. Obviously, they got the new form factor on the controller. What I'm hoping for is that they offer the smart controller with it. If they do, I just think that'll be a home run. And I think that price point is just phenomenal. And I think they're gonna sell a lot of them. And if you're a drone nerd like me, you got to have it.
I mean, the photographs I've seen, which I think are actually quite genuine, but for once they're not actually like, you know, Mavic Pros with like new labels stuck on, but it looks very, very more like a Mavic Pro than it did a Mavic Air.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. And there's people that are upset about that because they like the look of the Mavic Air, and so they were hoping that it would look more like an Air. But I think DJI is kind of honing down that Mavic form factor, and they're trying to capitalize on that.
I think it's even the way the actual, as I understand that, the props open up. They don't open up the same way, do they?
Right.
They're more like the Mavic in there, I think.
Yeah.
Anyone with their Mavic try and fold the legs the wrong way? Before I open it, I'm thinking, why isn't it opening? And then I say, oh.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of us. I do. I mean, the amount of times it seems like I've forgotten how to do it every time. I go that way, no, that way, no, this way, that way, that way.
So it's very simple.
Out.
Yeah. And then boom. Boom.
You send us a
This is a
diagram.
fun little drone.
Oh, you fly drones then, Marcus?
See all those behind me? Yeah, a couple.
So you fought behind Marcus. That was his going away gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got drones. Man, the addiction is real. That's all I can say.
So anyway, so how many drones have you actually got then, Marcus?
Hell, I don't know.
Too many. I don't know how many.
Yeah.
So how many drones have I got? That'll be one then.
You get a one.
Or no? Or no?
Let's see. I've got the Mavic 2 Zoom. I've got the Mavic Mini. I've got the Peregrine Nafi. I've got the original Hubsan Zeno. I've got the Hubsan Zeno 2. I have the Fimi X8 SE. Oh, I have the DJI Tello. God, I know I'm forgetting something. Yeah, I don't know. There's a bunch of them back there, but let me tell you, the Mavics are they're just amazing. And as Terry can tell you, that Mavic 2 Zoom, every time I fly that, I go, why am I bothering flying anything else? It's just phenomenal.
Have you given up flying the egg?
I don't have that one. Now, when I went to the CES show in Las Vegas this last year and went to their booth and saw their demo and so forth. You know, it's a big drone. It doesn't. I didn't see that it brought anything new to the table that was, you know, you can put that waterproof cover over it or whatever, but I don't know. I've never wanted to fly in the rain that much anyway. So, yeah.
Richie Richardson actually made a good point. Because actually one of the things I actually picked up on the video that the Mavic Air was quite loud. I think it was a video. I can't think of the guy's name there. Hold on. Captain Drone did he was talking about the Mavic 2 or the Mavic Air 2, should I say. And he was saying the one thing that he was doing when he was flying the Mavic Air, the original one, even about like 80 foot in the air, you could still hear it.
Wow.
I used to have one. I had a Mavic Air, and yeah, it was it wasn't the how loud it was the tone of it. It sounded like a pissed off bumblebee. That's the best way I can say it. And it just was not a pleasing sound. That's the best way you can put it.
That's weird. Isn't it? It's just weird. It's weird. All these DJI sort of drones. I mean, I don't think the Mavic is particularly loud. I
They
mean,
said the Platinum Pro, which is the one I've got,
yeah.
is apparently a little bit quieter than the other Mavics.
Yeah, wasn't that one brought out with the quieter props on it though?
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
The Platinum Pro was the first one with the quiet props, and they worked well.
And revised the motor control as well. The ESU, whatever it was. Yeah. I think because a lot of people sort of thought that if you got the props, the new props, you'd actually give longer flying times for the original Mavic Pro. But they said, well, no, that's not the case. It's because it's not just the props that give it the longer. It's only about 2 or 3 minutes anyway. So, you know, you're not very gaining sort of 10 minutes. But, yeah, I mean.
I like the Zoom. The Zoom itself, that's not very noisy at all. The Zoom, once you get it up, it's great, I think.
Yeah, I can't hear any difference between the volume of my one and your one, Terry.
No.
Sound the same, don't they?
Well, I'm guessing they're the same sort of like style of props, I would guess, from the Mavic Pro, because the Mavic Pro, then obviously so what came out was in the Mavic Pro, then the Platinum, and then the Mavic Pro, the Mavic 2 Pro, wasn't it?
Mavic 2 Pro.
Or Pro and Zoom at the same time. Right. Yeah. Yeah. So someone agrees with you, Jackie. Yes, you're right. It was very quiet.
This little guy, the little Mini, is probably even quieter yet. One of the advantages of this little drone is that it's so unobtrusive. It looks like a little toy. So, you know, you can be out in a park or something and nobody pays any attention when you pull it out. And then even when you put it in the air, it doesn't make a lot of noise. So it just, you know, it's good. It doesn't get a lot of stares and people wondering what you're doing with the drone, right? You know?
You have a DJI Spark as well, Marcus?
I used to, Jackie. I sold it.
Is that bigger? The one you're holding?
Smaller.
Now? It's smaller.
Smaller and much lighter.
Oh.
This thing is tiny. Well, I mean, here's my hand. I mean, it's a tiny little thing, and it's 249 grams, so it gets under all the drone laws.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, in the UK, see, I mean, that was the thing, wasn't it? In the UK, they were sort of saying, like, 249 grams, and you don't need to register it. As from...
Hey, guys, I'll be back in just a sec.
Oh, Marcus, yeah. Yeah, I think if I remember, there was a scenario where they said in the UK, I think I'm not sure it's July time, June or July, they're saying that anything that's actually got a camera has to be registered. You think, yeah, nice one. Someone's pulled a fast one there, haven't they?
All those people who've gone out and bought the Mavic Mini thinking they won't have to register.
Yeah.
Register.
Yeah.
I mean, I must admit, the Mavic Mini, I mean, I suppose it didn't really appeal to me in the respect of, because, well, it's a smaller drone. What am I going to do with it? You know, I mean, if I could have a drone where I could play it in the house or fly around the house, but I think, can you actually get the covers and that for that? You know, the prop covers and that for the Mavic Mini? Then, you know,
I don't know.
If you could sort of fly indoors, I'd be all right.
I don't know much about it, to be quite honest.
I did try flying my Phantom 3 in the house once, and that sort of didn't end well. It wasn't the taking off bit, it was the landing bit, because it just seems to, obviously indoors you haven't got GPS, and I think GPS, even with the Phantom 3, was only something like about 8 or 9 satellites at the best, whereas the Mavic is like 15 or 16 satellites, isn't it?
Oh.
So it's a big difference. And I think when I was trying to fly this drone, you know, in the house, it was flying sort of totally blind, and it was wandering about all over the place. And I went, away, and of course, you know, I was like, no, away from there, I'll land it now. All of a sudden, it hits the deck, rolls over, and flies. I
looked at the Mavic Mini, but after I drowned the Spark, but I thought, well, I'm not getting it because it's Wi-Fi. And after my Spark flew off, I'm a bit, you know.
I've always been a bit sort of with Wi-Fi connections for drones. Always been a bit sort of maybe, you know, it's one of them things really. You think of if you, yeah, it's I don't know. I mean, I just like to know. I mean, the Mavic, they reckon they can fly for quite a distance, don't they? I mean, not that I ever wanted to.
Yeah, my one can do 7 kilometres apparently, and Terry's can do 14, I think.
14, yeah.
But the thing is, I mean, why would you ever? I don't know
Oh, I'm
about
not
other
letting it
people.
out
But
on site that far, no way.
I mean, the furthest I've flown mine, I think it was about 3.5 kilometres. And that was like thinking, well, no, I don't like it. My philosophy of flying anywhere, if I want to fly somewhere, I'll tell you, I'll drive a bit closer to it, then fly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because
I like to see it at all times.
well, and you don't know, you can't see overhead cables. I mean, you know, I mean, they're so thin. You know, next thing you find your drone has smashed into an overhead cable somewhere, and it's 3 kilometres away, and you've had it.
The best experience I had was when Jackie, you and Nick were climbing along the ridge.
Oh, yeah.
Steve P and myself, we were about a kilometre away, kilometre
That's
and a half.
right. Yeah, I was at the top, and
That's right.
you were right in front of me, and I was directing you, wasn't
And
I?
you were directing me. Yeah, that was some flying, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
That was good. And
Well, I think everyone there must be something really good on television tonight to actually miss this wonderful show we're producing here. So I
I think we're going to see the
it's your loss. Don't
Even
start.
Marcus want to watch it, whatever it is.
I brought my own wings. Look.
Yeah. Perhaps we should get some more people on Zoom. Then it's more interesting for them, then, isn't it?
Well, I think
We should get Kim in.
what we need to do. I think we need to get like a special person on every week. What do you think to that?
Yeah, special guest.
And I think the other thing we need to do as well is we'll have an online quiz. It won't take long, you know, because we can just start fastest because people are going to cheat anyway. They're going to Google it, aren't they? So the first person to put the answer up there, you know, that's all rules. Them sort of rules, because we're not going to ask people to put their answer on a postcard and post.
No.
Post it to where? Spain. Or Marcus. Marcus can be the judge. You know what Marcus is doing now? He's probably gone away to actually invite me. Get on YouTube now. Maybe there's another way of actually, when we do this, I know we advertise on the Drone Seekers channel, but maybe we need to, well, there's a way of actually posting the thing out to people. I don't know.
Did you put it on Facebook at the last minute? You could have said going live in 10 minutes or.
Yeah, we just I mean, because, you know, I think it's the case of when you're doing these sort of things, you need to tell people because if they don't know, then that's it, isn't it? They're not gonna, you know, not gonna be there. But
this is the first one, isn't it?
yeah.
You know, we're all sort of trying things out. Oh, Mark.
Marcus is back in the room.
Yes, indeed.
Marcus has been away doing some special promotion, phoning up with friends in the States. I'm like, get on YouTube now.
Actually, I was doing my bride's bidding.
You what?
I was taking care of a request for my wife.
Oh.
When she calls, you gotta, you know, she needed a little computer help, so.
Fair enough.
I thought you were bidding for a bride, and I thought,
No, she's my bride. I was doing her bidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's American terminology that we don't understand. Sorry. That's fine. Absolutely fine. No. So can you see? Can anyone see how many people?
Oh, look, Kim says he's already got Zoom.
Who's
So he's
that?
already geared up. Right. Kim,
Kim is already on my computer.
8 o'clock next week.
Geared up. Excellent. Right, Kim.
You're on the
Yep.
show.
You're on the show next week, Kim.
good. Well, I'm hoping to be in England in July, so I want to take my drone out and go into a place called Wimbush, which is an old RAF airfield where my
Oh, okay, yeah.
yeah.
That's if you get there in July.
If I get
Yeah,
there.
I think you might be hoping there, Terry. I mean, no exaggeration, but I think this is it's a long haul. This is going to be. I really do. You know, I just don't think people sort of saying, "Oh, things will be back to normal by May, June."
No, I don't think so. I don't think we're going to go. But I just bought my or for Christmas. I bought my grandson a Mavic 3, not a Mavic 3.
Or
Sorry,
PM you, Kim, by the way.
I bought him a drone, a GPS drone, and he's been flying it today on the airfield.
Mhm.
Fabulous little movie. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Only 9, and I thought, and he did very, very well.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's
He
good.
sent you the film, did he?
Yeah, he sent me the film on. In fact, I'll forward it to you on WhatsApp.
Mm.
Excellent.
He did well.
Well, Kim's up for it,
He's
so
up for it, yes.
Kim, yeah. I mean, I think it's one of the things we're in all these sort of shows. I mean, Marcus is an expert at these things now. But I think it's a case of like to make things more watchable, want people to watch it, make it more exciting, you know, because the thing is, with people like Marcus, I mean, Marcus, you know, does a lot of drone videos and whatever. I was booked campus on the 20th of June, it's been cancelled.
Oh.
Yeah. I was booked for the 30th of May. That's been cancelled.
Right.
Actually, the weird thing about it is I always use a company in Spain called Record to Go from Alicante Airport. Never had any, honestly, they're a brilliant car hire company. And because the good thing about it is they actually give you 48 hours in which to cancel your booking. You know, 48 hours before you're supposed to take it.
Yeah.
And I had an email from the other day saying, "Oh, by the way, we've cancelled your booking."
Thanks.
Okay. Well,
Full refund?
full refund, and the reason for it wasn't anything to do with what I thought it was going to be. The reason they cancelled it was purely is that because of the restrictions on the car hire sizes. They said, if you want to rebook this, you book it. You have to take a smaller car.
Strange.
Oh.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm not going to be there anyway.
we just call it quits for now, shall we?
Well, that's sad that Rich has been cancelled for the 20th of
Yeah.
June.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't bode well for our meetings, does it?
No.
And if-
Well, they're talking about letting us out on the 2nd of May now, aren't they, for an hour's exercise?
Yeah.
At least we can all go out individually and fly our drones, but obviously,
So you're
when
a
we're gonna
little
be
bit more you're a little more restricted than we are. So we're allowed.
Yeah.
So it's controlled by the states over here, the governors of the individual states, and our governor here in Idaho says, "Hey, you can go out for outdoor activities as long as they're close to home and as long as you observe social distancing." So you know, that's how I get out and fly a drone once in a while. There's a school grounds about a block and a half from me, and that's where I've been going to fly a drone. So I figure that's close to home.
yeah.
And everybody seems to be staying apart. I have not seen a lot of, so it's good, and I think it seems to be working, and it gives you a chance to get out and get some air. I mean, for God's sakes.
Richie was just saying about going back to car hire. He was saying that that he didn't get a refund. He just got a credit note. See, I think that's actually illegal to do that because the danger is, of course, it's like a lot of these holiday bookings and whatever.
What if they go bust?
If they go bust, what is
Yeah.
that credit note worth?
Yeah.
Zero. It's worth nothing. I mean, so you know, I mean, I am at the moment still booked onto a Ryanair flight on the 30th of May. I'm waiting for Ryanair to say to me, "Oh, I'm sorry, your flight's not going to happen." Oh, is
Yeah,
it
but
not?
you get a
Good.
full
Give me money
refund.
back.
If you cancel it, you might not get a full refund.
If you can, well, you see, what they were offering me initially was to reschedule the flight up to 3 months of
What?
a period of 3 months after the 30th of May. That was the end of August. I thought, no. You don't tell me when I need to fly an airplane, you know, go on your airplanes. So as I'm concerned, I'm going on that one. If you can't provide it, then you give me my money back. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, I think sometimes you've got to be a bit sort of be careful. I don't think Ryanair are going to go bust. I mean, I would accept a credit note from Ryanair, but at the end of the day, maybe
Hey, Steve, let me ask
throw
you,
my money back, put it on my bank account.
Steve, if you paid for that with your credit card, can you
Yep.
then file a dispute with your credit card company and get your money back?
Yeah, because you get extra protection with credit cards,
Yes,
don't
you
you?
can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I always do it that way because purely because of the protection you get with credit cards. You know,
Right.
I mean, it's a lot easier so you pay with a debit card, but if you pay with a credit card, you know, the credit card have got an interest in it, haven't they?
Get a level of protection, don't you?
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Kim said he's only flying in his garden.
Yeah,
I
me
thought
too.
about that because my next door neighbours are a bit well. One of my next door neighbours. I hope you're not on here right now, listen. Because you're, but one of my next door neighbours, he's very anti-drones, and I'm sure if I put a drone probably above about 10 foot in the air, I'm thinking he would be out there sort of like throwing things at it or like, is that a police?
Just shoot you straight up.
I mean, that's. I mean, I suppose yours. Well, you could fly, Jackie. At least you've got the fields at the back of you. haven't you?
Yeah, I'm
Or
right on the edge of
front
my
of you, should I
resort.
say.
So straight out over the lettuce field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I must admit, I would be flying all the time. And I know it's a bit boring flying over the same lettuce field, but I just fly for the hell of it.
It's just flying, so it's good.
Oh, because what about? I mean, I take it you've got open space all around as well, haven't you? I take it.
Yeah. So like I said, when I fly, there's a school grounds. It's kind of, they call it a charter school, and so there, it's like about 4 or 5 schools that are on this one piece of property, and they have a big field that's about a block and a half from my house. So I walk over there, take my drone with me and camera and so forth, and
Is that where you do a lot of your videos over there anyway?
well, I do now. I did once in a while before that. There's another park called Heroes Park that I go to that's much bigger. When I'm testing a drone, I go out there because it's a bigger place and there's not a lot of people there, so you know it's a good place to
I
fly.
like when you go to Snake Canyon.
There you go, the Snake River Canyon, and that is where it's really fun. I mean,
That
you know,
looks
you get out there, there's nobody, you got things to look at. Lucky Peak Reservoir, I've got mountains right to the north of me that I haven't even touched yet. I need to get up there and do some flying.
we like a
I
canyon, don't we, Terry?
Like,
We like a canyon, don't we?
yes, and I've got access to the cave now as well.
Oh, excellent.
That cave is amazing. So you can get in there, Terry?
Well, the one in the canyon. Yeah, a friend of mine who I was in the army with, he lives just down the road from there. And I showed him, or he saw the video that we'd produced. Oh, he said, I can get the key for you and we can go in the caves.
Oh,
And he now wants to join Drone Seekers. So
Well, we'd love to do that as soon as we can.
What cave is that? Is this the one at
Alma Dennis Canyon.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
yeah.
I took my drone down there, so I went past the cave from down in the canyon itself. Which was quite fun. Someone said to me, "We're a bit brave flying down there." I thought, well, it's not exactly narrow, is it? I mean, it's very like a fly.
Yes, Steve was a bit concerned about flying down there, but then he flies his for miles, doesn't he?
Yeah.
After when we were out in Spain, I said, "Steve, where's your drone?" And he said, "Probably about 4 kilometres over there." Is it coming back to? I think the first time I went out flying with him, actually, we did this, and he actually borrowed one of Sean's Phantoms, and it flew off. And he said, "Sean, the screen's gone blank. I don't know where the drone is."
it'll come home.
Sean just said. Sean turned around and said, "Well, that's okay. If you don't come back, you can always buy me a Mavic to replace it with." Sean seemed rather disappointed when actually started coming back. He went, "It comes from drone." He went,
Yes, Marcus.
So the thing about that's really neat about the Mavic 2 Zoom as well is the 360 obstacle avoidance, and it takes some courage to actually use it because you're afraid you're going to fly into something. but it won't. It does really well avoiding obstacles. You got to make sure the side sensors are on and everything's on, and you can fly pretty much with no fear into a lot of those places.
Yeah, the biggest problem I had when we went into the cave, Jackie and I went into this cave, and it actually landed and said overhead obstacle, and that was it. So
Yeah, it was a small cave, wasn't it?
yeah, I put it on. We were on our hands and knees, weren't we?
Yeah.
And I put it onto sport mode. Was it? No, not on sport mode. It was
No,
on,
tripod mode.
Tripod mode.
and that
Yeah.
was a lot better.
Yeah.
Until I found the dead cat.
Yeah.
And that probably shut off the obstacle avoidance when you did that, right? So you had to really be careful and fly the drone because all the obstacle avoidance would be off.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure it is. I thought the obstacle avoidance only went off in sport mode. Is it still working?
Yeah, I thought it just went off in
Tripod mode.
I thought it's sport
tripod
mode.
mode. It worked.
Oh, that could be.
Yeah,
I'm
because
sure.
I had to be very careful because in sport mode it's so fast. But
Yeah.
the biggest problem was throwing all the dust up,
Yeah.
if you remember, and we had to throw it out in the end. But it's so exciting. I love it. I absolutely love it. And one of the next venues I want to.
If anyone wants to see that, that's on our Christmas video, wasn't it?
That's right. Yes, on the Christmas one. But we've got another site that I want to go to called the Via Verde, and it's an old mine rail track, and there's viaducts and tunnels to go in, which they've now converted it to a walkway and cycle track. So do you remember when we went to Tibby Dam?
Yep.
We're just across the motorway from Tibby Dam. It's the beginning of the Via Verde.
Oh yeah, you pointed it out to me, didn't you?
Yeah,
The
so
greenway. Yeah,
our next ones.
that's right.
We've
Yeah,
got
that looks really good.
lots planned.
We have. We just need to.
You've got plenty of time now to actually sit and write your plans, plan it all out. You know, my plans is come to Spain, come to Spain, and come to Spain, and see where you've got to take
Kim
your
needs
flight.
to come to Spain as well. He wants a canyon. Come to Spain, Kim.
Come to
Yeah.
Spain, Kim.
Yeah, Kim. Yeah, go. I thoroughly recommend it. I mean, you know, it's I've done it a few times now, and you know, they make you welcome. Take
We've
your
got
banner afterwards.
We do have some really good sites up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Marcus is planning that Marcus, and
I absolutely, that's going to happen. Sarah and I will come to Spain one of these days. Sarah still works. I'm retired, but she still works. She works for the school district. So I don't know, it's going to be a few years before she retires. But when that happens, trust me, we'll be making some trips.
Excellent. So what? 2-3 years, and I'll have my Skydio. Yes.
Well,
I'm
you might have it,
calendar now.
you might have it earlier if I go to Canada.
Kim's very interested in coming to Spain, so we've got him hooked there because you know I thoroughly recommend it, Kim. I mean, you know, he's one of the things. I hadn't been to mainland Spain, and I was talked into going to mainland Spain. And I love it because, you know, especially in the southeast, well, I don't know about the rest of Spain. I mean, I've seen very little of Spain in retrospect, but the southeast of Spain, I probably recommend because, you know, it's great places to fly, great company. What more do you want?
We're always discovering new
Oh,
places.
it's an idea.
Oh, Jackie, listen to that battery, just like a
Wow.
magnet.
Front clip every trip.
That's nice of you. Even I could do that.
Yeah. All of those cameras, that's what makes this thing genius.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I'll have one day.
Just making you jealous, Jackie. That's all I was doing.
There you are.
Well, I was loving Marcus's when he was doing a review, trying to get it to go around. Was that a cherry tree or something, Marcus? Wasn't it? He was actually trying to get things to go through the tree, I think.
Yeah, it was a dogwood tree. Yeah, and yeah, it was. The thing is, that's the thing is you can fly it straight at something, and it will find its way around. In that case, it was trying to find its way through the branches, and there was no way out. But I have a video that I'm going to post pretty soon. I was in my backyard or back garden, as you would say. And I was mowing my lawn, and I had the Skydio following me with the lawnmower, and it's zooping around in and out of trees and so forth, keeping me in the center of frame the whole time.
And I suppose really what he's actually doing is actually making the film, because obviously you can do that and follow me with the not follow me. What is it with Mavic? It's not follow me. It's
Active track.
active track. You
Right.
can do that, but it doesn't seem to. It would just follow. It would just stay on one path, wouldn't it? Whereas with the Skydio, it sort of makes it a bit more that filming a bit more interesting, I'm guessing.
Well, so I did a video with my Mavic 2 Zoom where I tried to show how good DJI has, and Terry knows this. I don't think it's on yours, Jackie, but it's called the APAS system, APASS, and that's where the drone is not only supposed to avoid the object, but find its way around it.
Wow.
And the Mavic 2 Zoom does that, but because it's just optical, it's just looking at you, you can lose the drone. So if you go behind a tree or something,
Right. It's then
and
lost.
it loses sight of you, it can lose you. Whereas this thing does it both optically and via GPS. There's 3 different ways you can control this drone. You can do it with just your phone, believe it or not, and it hones in on the GPS of your phone. Or they have another controller called the Beacon, and it's just what it says. It's a GPS beacon, and the drone hones in on that beacon. Or it has a controller as well that you can use. So anyway, probably more information than you wanted, but.
Well, to say, anyway, for anyone else who wants to see any information on any of the Skydio or any of them videos, just like Marcus's
videos.
well, yeah,
Thank you.
check out Marcus's website, because if you don't think about drones, I always say to people, because the thing is, I'm biased with drones. I mean, I've only ever had DJI drones, apart from a couple of cheap rubbish ones, which I won't even mention. But the way I see it, because I'm sort of so focused on DJI, but Marcus does a lot of different drones, a lot of different manufacturers. So what I would say is go to Marcus' website, and look at the drones he's got there. He's got loads.
Yeah, well, we got to 7 or 8, didn't we, when we were counting?
Yeah.
Kim was just saying there he had to cancel his tour of Europe this year, and I mean, I think it's the same with everyone. I think everyone's in the same boat. As Jackie said the other week, let's try and sort of fast forward out of 2020 and get back into 2021. That's what I say. And the sooner the better. We can put this behind us, and I say we can laugh about it in a year's time. I don't think we'll be doing that. But
starting to forget about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a lot of lives lost, and it's a very sad time. But we just stay safe. In a year's time, we'll be flying and thinking, right, it's gone.
Yeah, let's hope.
Let's hope. Fingers crossed.
So
Anyway.
when I think about that, even when the government tells me that I can go fly in an airplane or whatever again, or get out whatever again, until there's some kind of a treatment or a vaccine, are any of you guys going to get in an airplane? I'm telling you, I'm not.
That's exactly, we've said exactly the same. Exactly the same. Not until they jab something into me.
Yeah, need a vaccine. Yeah.
And the vaccine, I mean, they started trials in the UK last Thursday. And of course, and it all sounds, when they talk about technically what this jab is doing, it all sounds perfect. You think, good. Question is, does it work?
They don't know yet, do they?
Wait to see. And then they're talking about, if it does work, it's going to be possibly 12 to 18 months. Right. Okay. Or the other choice was to actually let everyone get the virus, and then you get this sort of where everyone else. I think it build up an immunity. I don't get that myself. I don't quite understand how that works.
It's a bit of a risk, isn't it?
It's a risk when the chances are that you could die with it. That's the risk as far as I'm concerned. So,
Yep.
Right. Okay. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up for tonight, because we've had an hour of fun. So I hope for everyone watching, you'll tell everyone else, and we'll have more than 4 people on the next week.
we had 9, but we got 9 at the minute, but we had 11, I think.
Okay. Well, anyway,
Hopefully next week we'll have more.
Well, thank you, Marcus. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on, and look forward to doing more shows.
Oh yeah, indeed. And Jackie, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And Terry, thank you very much.
Thank
and
you.
hopefully we'll see you all again this time.
Next
Or
week.
not this time, an hour earlier than this. Whatever time. What it's 8 p.m. UK time, 9 p.m. Spanish time,
Yep.
1 p.m.
Mountain time.
Yeah.
Mountain time in the US, 3 p.m. Eastern time in the US.
There we are. So sort your clocks out. And
Yeah.
good to see you all. And we'll see you again soon, hopefully.
See you next time.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
How do I get out? How do I go? What do I